Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're reading another new anecdote from Reverse 1999. Our character today is Centurion, a beautiful, gambling Latina lady.
Oh, Hefe, take a seat. Don't stand on ceremony.
And by the way, gambling is in quotation marks because she basically never loses.
I'm often the object of people's jealousy because I'm too lucky. But as you know, with my luck, nobody can do anything to me.
Yeah, she's one of those types of characters. I think she puts on Houdini-type escape shows, because she says stuff like this.
Everyone's jaws are going to drop, and the ratings are going to soar like the eagles.
And there's also this awakening skin. You can sort of see what's going on here. Because of her crazy luck, dangerous scenarios are just fun to her. So first of all, congratulations to anyone who saw the Digimon I put on the previous screen. And secondly, this character hasn't been involved in any stories or events, so this is kind of the first time we're learning anything about her. So the funny thing about that statement, I recorded this before touching the current event story, where she just so happens to make an appearance. I know the reward art for this anecdote is going to be gorgeous, so let's get started. All the world's a chip. Let's begin. Oh, this is already looking interesting. This is Centurion's lucky coin. That's a gun barrel and 6 bullets on the bottom left. If the coin lands on tails, 1 bullet is loaded into the revolver. If it lands on heads, 1 bullet is removed. These bullets might have a special effect at certain moments. Okay, try flipping the coin. Long press to gather power, then release to flip the coin. Okay. Tails, could your luck be turning? It landed on tails. What does that mean? 1 bullet loaded. Get it going, Hefe. Inside a dim room in front of a TV. Welcome. The signal is always poor on the west side. The rusted, twisting copper wires add a layer of buzzing static over the flickering, unclear face of a man. No one can enjoy TV like this. The TV isn't working well. Straighten the antenna to find the signal. Press and hold the screen to straighten the antenna. A few rough twists straighten the antenna. Man, I've never had a TV like that. The man on the screen begins to emerge from the fog of static. I should have taken a look at what time period Centurion is from. Today is August 19th. Your Jax Bailey is back with another of Witch for a Day, one of the most popular extreme reality shows of the century. Some would say the most popular, featuring the boldest and greediest contestants relying on skill or luck to finish challenges. Also, the winners can take home a mouth-wateringly juicy cash prize. And yeah, sometimes people die chasing after that grand prize, but isn't that what the audience is tuning in for? Oh geez. To celebrate our anniversary special, we're paying a visit to our most beloved witch of all, the one who kisses her chains, the undefeated escape artist, forever blessed by Lady Luck and her golden coin. Every eye is now glued to the flickering screen. At the host's words, their throats tighten. The name escapes their lips in unison. That's right, it's none other than Miss Centurion. Her luck, her confidence, and her courage have won over the hearts of all our viewers. Even now, when times are tough, her spirit remains unbroken. That's why her fans, from every corner of this great country, places their hopes in her. Before we put our witch back in her cage, we've arranged a little meet and greet. The camera pushes through the clutter, its movement producing a soft rustle, like an enormous snake weaving through a crowd. It pushes on until it finds its destination and stumbles into a sudden patch of light. A room coated in dark red velvet, stacked full of props and accessories. And there, in the midst of it all, are 3 people, 2 adults and a child. Centurion with 2 of her fans. Geez, kids watch this stuff? She flashes a showman smile as she spots the camera, then gestures toward a shy, brown-skinned girl, signaling the host to talk to the girl first. Oh, looks like one eager young fan has already found our star. She's a bit shaky on her feet, but very sweet. The girl flinches at the camera. Her small hands twist the fabric of her beige dress. Don't worry, kiddo. No need to be so nervous. Would you tell us your name? I love your dress. It's darling, isn't it? Is it new? I'm Milagro. They call me Mila. The dress? Oh, it is new, but the fabric is old. Uncle Joaquin made it into a dress for me. Looks brand new to me, and it suits you so well, Mila. Now, let's say hello to your hometown. Which little slice of America will be cheering for you tonight? And is that your father with you? Mila glances at the man beside her, dressed all in black with the matching hat pulled low. Centurion doesn't need to wait for an answer. He doesn't look a thing like her. As the camera approaches, he tightens his grip on Mila's hand. Oh, yes, that's my papa. We're from around here. West Side, actually. And we both love watching Centurion. When Witch for a Day airs, Jose, Jasmine, and I always watch it in the thrift shop. At first, it was just us, and then some grown-ups started watching with us, because they got lots more free time during the day. Everyone says that La Señorita Centurion is a superstar. Nothing can keep her down. They also say she represents hope for people like us. Someone to be proud of. One day, I want to be brave and lucky like her. She stumbles over every word, almost too shy to continue, and looks up at Centurion with admiration in her eyes. Centurion crouches down and wraps Mila in a hug. Aw, you already are. I was just telling Mila that coming all this way to see me makes her the sweetest, the bravest. What else did I say? Remind me, Mila. Starstruck, Mila's cheeks flush as she tries to stammer out words. The luckiest and the most blessed girl in the whole neighborhood, just like Centurion. Exactly, just like me. So remember, you can go anywhere and hit the jackpot. Centurion tilts her head to flash a winning smile, her open palm extended an invitation. The surprise washes slowly over the girl's face. Her hand begins to rise, then hesitates as she looks back toward the silent man. Attention hangs in the air. What are you waiting for, little girl? The show's about to start. One lucky high five from her may just double your fortunes. Actually, I was wondering. She looks down. Her eyes lock on the shining coin dangling over Centurion's chest. Can I touch it, please? Everyone says your luck comes from that coin. We don't have much money. I thought if I touched it, maybe some luck would rub off on us. Good luck is all about what you believe in. I'm not sure if it's the coin that makes her lucky or her luck that brings her the coin. Let's go with this. Every child dreams of finding something that can change their luck, whether it's a 4-leaf clover or a rabbit's foot. Yet nurturing that dream is not enough. It needs a bit of faith and courage to make it real. Hearing her words, Centurion pulls back her hand. Then without hesitation, she holds out the coin to the girl. Of course you can. That's what it's there for, right? And when you get home, don't you ever forget, you're the girl who touched the lucky coin. What you choose will echo in what follows. Sorry I didn't offer sooner. Go on, touch it. Give it a nibble if you want. Don't be shy. Thank you. Mila takes the coin, the image of a Roman officer on its face. She traces the raised and sunken lines reverently. The man beside her stirs. Seeing the coin, he begins to tremble with sudden urgency. He reaches out his hand as if to take the luck for himself. Mila looks at his outstretched hand, hesitates, then places the coin in his palm. He studies it closely before returning it to Centurion. That's pretty suspicious. Good luck, Centurion. Let's go, lucky lady. He speaks in a rough, low voice, the voice of a man who has seldom seen good fortune. Sonoran Desert. A sheer cliff of red sandstone erupts from the harsh desert. Wind and sand have sculpted it into this massive scarred form. The sun's intense rays beat down on the ground and the artificial lake far below, but they cannot beat down the spirit of the crowd. They are waiting for the witch to take her death-defying leap. Our one and only queen, are you ready to reclaim your throne? You know I'd never let you down, my dears. The ratings are about to skyrocket once again. Centurion gives a playful wink to the camera. She raises her hands, displaying the binding chains to the crowd below. They reply with a thunder of cheers. She then turns and steps into a tall, narrow iron box. Believe it or not, she's ulting right now. Just look at her, not a trace of fear. Two strong men heave the iron door shut. Just as the last light fades, Centurion blows a kiss toward the camera. Inside the box, a loud, grinding noise fills the air as the box is inched toward the cliff edge. Then it stops. In that suspended silence, Centurion knows this is it. She allows herself to fall backward. Weightlessness takes her. The crowd's screams blend fear with excitement, and then that familiar rush. Danger is a wild beast she has tamed. Then, as she always does, she reaches for the coin at her chest, to the familiar roughness of the Centurion's face. But something's wrong. Huh? The texture is off. She glances down, angling her chest into a narrow band of light and falling dark. The shape and weight are correct, but her Roman officer now bears a jester's hat, and he wears a new face, no longer bearing sharp Romanesque features. He looks a little like Mila's father. The realization hits her at the same time she hits the water, accompanied by screams and the crashing of iron on water. The witch in the box plunges into the lake. To be continued. Let's give this another toss. Full power! Heads. That's one bullet gone. Drawing dead. Sight and sound blur into a thick, dark chaos. A few stray beams of light manage to penetrate, only to be twisted and scattered by the turbulence of the water. Pressure pushes into her from all sides. The shock of the impact has forced the air from her lungs. Now an immense rush of water invades her mouth and nose in its place. A sharp, icy pain pierces her chest as the water rushes down her throat and into her lungs. But the brisk rush of adrenaline focuses her racing mind. She needs the pain. Or rather, it's a pain she has long expected. She stops resisting. She allows herself to cough, then forces her racing heart to calm, pulling herself back from the edge of a blackout. She twists her wrist, using the water's weight to work the chains loose. Oh wow. Exhale. The more deadly the situation, the calmer she becomes. After all, this is a rare, truly genuine performance. Centurion flexes her wrist, resetting bones that have dislocated. Her fingers explore the iron wall, searching for a weak spot. Not here. No gap wide enough around. Unless I've landed right on the lake bed, then there'd be a sharp rock nearby, probably at 2 o'clock from here. Come on, you mangy tin can. These corners are way too thick. She searches every angle of the box but finds no clear way out. Her lungs feel like they're on fire, burning up the last vestiges of oxygen in her system. But it comes with a new exhilaration. It rushes from her spine to her limbs, forcing her to pause and fully savor the feeling. In the darkness, she relaxes her body, floating within the water-filled iron box. A ray of light. Sound inside the iron box comes through heavy and muffled. A faint light seeps through the seams around the door, refracting and projecting fractured patterns onto the walls. Her eyes track the light, up, to the side, and down toward the floor. Wait. Near the bottom, a sliver of light flickers. It bends where it meets a specific plate. A hidden door. They manage to slip a new trick into her act. Perfect. She pushes off the wall, pressing upward against the ceiling. She twists around in the water and kicks down hard at the metal plate. With a dull thud, blinding light and water rush toward her. At the artificial lake shore. The sun lavishes its light and warmth upon the blue water as she rises from the lake. Centurion brushes wet hair from her face as she looks out over an empty expanse of the vast Sonoran desert. She does not end up surfacing where she had originally planned. Instead, she finds herself emerging next to a patch of saguaro cacti on the far shore. What a scene! Amazing, or a complete mess. She winces, rubbing her ankles. Good thing it's the 19th or I'd have been done for. Must be why I've always liked it. 19, my lucky number. Seems like it likes me too. Centurion has always believed that 19 is her lucky number. The best way to get through life is living on the 19th floor, putting 19 layers of hot sauce on everything, and winning 19 jackpots in a row. One of those sounds very unpleasant. On her 19th birthday, an old man with milky eyes found her. In his hand was a green potion. Her profile does say that she's 19. I guess that's the reason why. The memory resurfaces now, dark and vivid. She shakes the water from her hands, pulls the chain from her neck, and holds the false coin up to the light, squinting at it for a closer look. The sun reveals the whole truth. The jester's face is covered in the thin golden foil. It looks stiff and wrinkled, resembling the old man who had traded her the potion for a coin. Huh. Wait a minute. On her 19th birthday, an old man with milky eyes found her. In his hand was a green potion. It looked stiff and wrinkled, resembling the old man who traded her the potion for a coin. So they traded, but then the coin found its way back to her. Is he trying to get it back now? She rubs her thumb over the tiny face. The foil cracks and flicks away. Underneath it is a dull gray metal, like the old man's shocked face when it shattered in the end. Huh. Not good. Misfortune, large or small, found everyone who took the coin from her, and the old man, it seemed, had borne the worst of it. Life is a gamble. To win a miracle, you must pay out something equal to the prize. And as she knows all too well, some people can't afford that price. The old man could not. Mila could not. She does not want to see the girl's face shatter like his did. Now let's see. Centurion examines the coin, then she looks out across the land. It is barren and hot. Scattered cacti dot the cracked earth. Beyond them, the air shimmers. Dark, blocky shapes seem to waver in the heat, like reflections in disturbed water. Ah, she said she lived in Westside, didn't she? To be continued. Toss number 3. Tails again. 2 days later. Beginner's luck. Hey, senorita, could you spare a nickel? I need one more sip of mezcal. Just one. At the alley's end, a drunk man wearing a felt hat lies on the ground. His right hand stretches out, a 5-cent coin loosely held between his fingers. He mumbles something, and the coin slips from his hand, rolling down the alley until it stops at a pair of black boots standing at the entrance. Pick up the coin? The owner of the boots picks up the coin and follows his path back toward the drunk man. And that makes 10 cents. Now I can call Jax. Bet they're all crying over me. Sorry, buddy. Next time I win big, I'll buy you 100 bottles. Centurion looks up. There's an unfinished mural above the drunk man. It shows a middle-aged woman dressed in blue jeans and a blue sweater. Her face is incomplete. She wears a crown of roses sprinkled with gold dust. Her arms are raised, leading a crowd forward. One. Do not worry whether the garment is torn. Once it cradles the roses, it will hold only their fragrance. Centurion follows the direction the painted woman points to. The afternoon sun throws the shadows of trees across yellow walls, where dusty cars are parked at the corner. Nearby, 3 children are kicking around a flat tire. More people arrive at the alley's end. Some glance towards Centurion curiously, others ignore her and quietly pray before the mural. Okay, I had to take a quick water break because I felt kind of thirsty. Probably a very normal thing to happen around Centurion. Their prayers are soft and hard to catch. Centurion moves closer, trying to catch the words. May our mother bless us. Help my Alicia to do well in school. You might want to pray that man of yours makes it home by midnight. No, Dagoberto. I've never heard that one before. Our mother will definitely help you find a new job here. Then we can stay together. I want to believe, Blanca. Okay? I want to believe, Blanca. I really do, but people bow their heads, whispering toward the portrait of the woman above them, then leave. Only the mother remains, fixed in her grace, a refuge for any who look up. Mother. Something brushes against Centurion's leg. Why are you just standing there? Aren't you going to pray? Grandma says you have to ask her, ask Mother for luck, for miracles. She really listens. Without her, life is hard. That's what my grandma says anyway. Centurion crouches down and looks at the little boy, then at the mural. She can feel the eyes of the other petitioners on her now. It's not enough. Sure, but it's not enough. When life gets tough, that's when people need miracles most. But you can't just wait around for miracles. You have to be diligent. Take action yourself to make her happy. She winks at the boy. The boy nods slightly. So, you're a believer then? How about showing a little charity? Just enough for one more sip. I painted her, you know? It's not finished yet, but with another drink I can sober up. I don't think that's how that works. It's obvious to everyone around that he's spouting off nonsense, but that just makes the stakes higher. Return the coin to the drunk man. Centurion flips the coin, then places it, along with one of her own 5 cents, into the man's open hand. To your health, then. I'll look forward to seeing it finished. His eyes focused on the coins. He pinches them tight, staggers to his feet, and wobbles out of the alley. She's taking a gamble on him. Clouds gather. The pale sun hits a wooden church steeple, casting a sharp shadow on the gray road. Few cars pass by. Women lean out of windows, beating dusty quilts and shouting at the kids playing by the road. Centurion walks along the sidewalk, admiring the graffiti and murals alike. They depict entwined eagles and snakes, the resolute, sorrowful face of Zapata, and inspiring historical scenes. Some are finished, others are not. The young painters pause when they see her and call out greetings. They call out to her in Kalo. She responds in kind. I don't know if they're actually saying this. She attempts to mimic their accent but doesn't quite pass for local, at least judging by their laughter in response. She shrugs and walks over. Hey, since we're all buddies now, you know of a girl called Mila? She'd be about 7 or 8. She was wearing a beige dress last I saw her. The painters, with their colorful palettes in hand, exchange glances. Plenty of Milas around, and beige dresses too. We've got a couple right over there. 2 girls step forward eagerly, introducing themselves. I'm Mila, and she's Mila too. Which one of us are you looking for? Centurion smiles and shakes her head. No, and no. But thanks anyway, my dears. You're welcome. But you look familiar. Knowing she won't find her Mila here, Centurion moves on, heading deeper into the neighborhood. She walks past further walls of vivid murals, across faded asphalt, and through the metal forest of yellow and gray, past the pharmacy, the butcher, the fruit stand, and the laundromat. Here, people labor day in and day out. Shop owners hawk their wares, and people maintain their fragile lives together, while occasionally casting curious glances outward. Centurion notices a curious little boy starting to follow her. You a fan of mine? No, You look different. She pats his head and continues through the neighborhood. It doesn't take long before more and more people notice her. Hey, she looks familiar. Wait, let me put on my glasses. Isn't she from Wish for a Day? Hey, could it be? That's the Queen of Escape Centurion! First 1, then 2, then a dozen, until recognition fills the eyes of every person present. And without thought, each one begins to fall into step behind her like a line of ducks. Hey! Senorita, can I get your autograph? Oh, let me see. Where are my glasses? Hey, it really is her. Oh yeah, mind the fruit. Watch it. Centurion turns and waves with her trademark ease. Her attention sends a wave of excitement rippling through the crowd. Thank you, everyone. I just love the West Side. Everything here is so alive. What's not to love? The crowd gets even more worked up. Cheers bubble up like shaken cans of cola. Centurion, we love you! Oh, I know you do, my dears. But can you answer me one thing? Yeah, alright then. You all know Wish for a Day, right? Well, I'm looking for a little fan of mine who loves it too. A girl named Mila, in a beige dress. Anyone know her? Hands shoot up from the crowd. She must be my daughter. She watches Wish for a Day all the time while she's taking care of my granddaughter and doing the chores. Oh, that's an old person. She says she's looking for a little girl, not a grown woman. A few other girls push forward, jumping to be seen. My name is Mila, and I love watching Wish for a Day. Are you looking for me? Stop lying. You don't even know when Wish for a Day airs. I must be the one she's looking for. The jostling fans go from excited to heated. Girls pile up at the front on the verge of a scuffle. Seeing this, Centurion tries to take control of the situation. So happy you're all my fans. There might be lots of Milas here, but I'm trying to find the little girl who came to see us film the show earlier today. The crowd falls silent. After a long pause, the drunken voice slurs out words from within the crowd. Oh wow, it got so quiet. All eyes turn, and the mass of people parts, creating a narrow aisle that leads straight to the source. Ugh, told you my head clears up when I drink. I know who you're looking for. She's my niece, Mila Feli. She came by earlier to ask Mother for a wish. She wanted to see Wish for a Day live. Ugh, even said she wanted to touch your lucky coin. Ugh, I even made her that beige dress you're talking about. Alright, time for another one. Full power! Another heads. Another one gone. The hidden card. A lonely cabin stands beside a narrow, dirty river, near a mint that releases small clouds of white steam. Her trail leads her to this cabin. Her fingers trace the door's worn white paint. Let's knock. Hello? Anybody home? The pale door doesn't move. She looks around, finding nothing but wild grass that gently sways with the breeze. Until, after a wait that almost feels too long, the door creaks open by a sliver, revealing a messy-haired boy.
Wait.
Can I help you? Wait, you're Centurion from the TV! You got me, kid. Who else could find this place so quickly? I'm looking for Mila. She home? The boy says nothing, but his eyes seem to light up, becoming suddenly alert and cautious. Amador, is someone there? A soft voice asks from inside. She recognizes the voice immediately and calls in past the boy. It's me! I've come to see you, Mila. Hurried footsteps approach, and a figure dressed in beige pushes past the boy to the door. The girl stares up at her for a moment, then she rubs her eyes, as if still doubting whether she's awake or dreaming. Ay, Madre Mia! Did my wish really come true twice? The soft smell of mint tea wafts up from an iron pot, its white steam curling in the warm light of the room. Please, come in. Still have some soup and bread if you want. Centurion politely declines the offer. She has more pressing matters. Though Mila has been over the moon with excitement since she let Centurion in, as they sit together in the small living room, she becomes quiet and tense. Her brother Amador stands nearby, his eyes fixed on them. Centurion is certain these two are not the thieves. Whatever else, he trusts that Mila would not have taken the lucky coin from her willingly. Hopefully she's spared from that bad luck then. Mila, the reason I'm here is... She calmly explains everything that happened after Mila left. The girl's expression changes from shock to shame. She lowers her head and covers her face with her hands. Aw, poor baby. I'm sorry. Amador told me not to go and I went anyway. I wanted to see your show because my brother and I wanted to leave here. You see how things are? When she looks up, her eyes are wet. She glances around the room and bows her head again. We just didn't know what to do. So I thought if I met you, you'd give me courage, like you do on TV. But my wish coming true, it only brought you trouble. Well, it doesn't seem like too much trouble so far. Tears start to fall. Amador shifts beside her. His hand reaches out but falls just short of her shoulder. Let's go with this. Changing your luck isn't a bad thing. So I made your dream come true. What's wrong with that? Since when is a bit of luck a bad thing? Centurion leans in closer and wipes the tears from Mila's cheeks with a heartfelt smile. But I worry that sometimes, when people see a lucky coin or a lucky girl, their first instinct is to use them for something bad. What you choose will echo in what follows. Mila looks up at Centurion through her tears and sniffs. The messy streams of tears begin to dry. Amador has kept silent the whole time, but as he refills Centurion's cup, his expression softens. There was a guy. We don't know him, but he showed up a while ago. The words creak out from his lips. Oh? What sort of guy? It was after Mila told Mother that she wanted to see her show. He showed up and said he could be her guardian to get her in. Studio rules say every child must have an adult guardian to visit the Wish for a Day set. Understandable. Our parents went to California for work years ago. They left us behind to fend for ourselves, so... The man said he was a fan of yours too. He said we'd pretend to be family for the day, go together and come back. Do you know where he came from? Or where he went after the show? Both siblings shake their heads. Centurion leans over to rest her hand on her chin, thinking things through. She takes out her false coin from her pocket. How about this? Have you seen it before? Amador takes it. The golden foil on the coin is cracked and peeling. He studies it, then bites it lightly. He recoils, face twisting as he spits out the taste. Lead and zinc!
That's right.
Really? Yeah, it's a lead core mixed with zinc. They use them for templates sometimes, but this one has a cheap golden foil coating. I've done a few shifts at the mint across the river. Lots of guys there run side jobs making counterfeits. Hang on, Amador was a kid, right? It just says a messy-haired boy. He could be like in his teens or something. Mila looks at him surprised, and Centurion turns to him with a sly grin. Don't look at me like that. I never did anything, but... Wait, you don't think... Centurion realizes the real gold coin might be closer than she thought. Looks like I'll be paying the mint a visit. Hopefully, it'll be my last stop. She stands up, practically leaping like a cat to her feet, when a hand tugs at her pant leg. Maybe I can help Senorita Centurion? I could try to spot him for you.
No.
Absolutely not. Her older brother says the words with a final protective authority.
What if...
He could come after you, after us. I see what those counterfeiters can do. Last time was bad enough. I'm not letting you take that risk again. Silence follows. Mila looks both shy and hopeful. Centurion offers her an appreciative pat on the shoulder, but her brother doesn't budge. He has every right to his concerns. Centurion bends down and ruffles Mila's hair. No worries, my little princess. Maybe there's another way. Since the mother listened when you prayed before, why not pray again? This time for me? Ask her to help me catch that man quickly. I'm sure she won't refuse you. Hearing this, Mila looks up, and the tight worry on her face softens a little. That's all I have to do? Centurion smiles. That's it. It would mean a lot to me. Gives her something to do so she doesn't get in trouble. Full power. Tails. Is it supposed to happen like this? It's just going heads, tails. Gambler's intuition. The mint is a squat, pale factory standing alone by the river. She pauses at the entrance. A dark doorway opens before her, filled with mechanical sounds and hot drifting steam. Then, casting aside all concern, she steps inside. Inside the mint? Inside, rough black machines spread out like entrails. That's a gross description. Conveyor belts move forward with a constant clank. Workers hammer, cast, and cool metal. One man lifts a glowing mold with tongs and plunges it into a water tank. It hisses as it sends up a cloud of vapor. Thick white steam fills the air, making faces hard to see. Only hands move, hammering the coins as they flow down the line. No one speaks. The only sounds are metal striking metal and her footsteps as she walks past the rows. It's pretty loud in here. How can I find him in all this steam? Improvisation. Centurion stops and clears her throat, then continues through the hot, narrow space. This is a real mint as far as I can tell, but someone here has been making a special kind of counterfeit. Her voice carries over the whirring and clanking of the conveyor belts. With every step, she speaks another sentence. And as she does, an intangible force, like flowing water, wells up and spills out from within her. It took the place of a lucky coin that belonged to the unluckiest person. So unlucky that the charm turned into a curse. The factory's steam still hangs in the air. The cat-like woman goes still, her gaze sweeping the area like a leopard in search of her prey. That force moves through the tight air, blending with the steam, searching, Now, whoever holds it carries that curse. For instance, right now, the unlucky person who still managed to survive has come back to haunt him. She finds something, or rather she senses it. Suddenly, shouts and curses come from one corner of the mint. Centurion looks over. A man's strap is caught on an automatic hook, pulling him into the air. Dios mío! Someone's caught on the fucking hook! Someone turn that thing off! Damn it! Damn it! Chaos breaks out in the mint. Centurion leaps forward, running toward the commotion. Tap, tap, tap. Her heels click as she weaves around startled workers. The man sees her coming and struggles wildly to break free. There's a snap as he frees himself and falls to the floor. Are you crazy? Do you want to get yourself killed? Ignoring the shouts around him, he gets up and runs for the door.
Wow, nice.
Centurion is on the chase immediately. Oh wow, this music. She squeezes between tight conveyor belts and vaults over the cluttered floor. After a few running steps, she is almost close enough to touch his back, only for him to spin around as if he expected her. A loud bang. A bullet hits a metal barrel beside her. Silver blanks spill out like a waterfall, clattering over the ground in a cascade of noise. Centurion steps on one of the blanks in the noisy metal shower and nearly loses her balance. That was too close, but there's no cheating in this game. When she looks up, the man is already out the door, sprinting toward the city. Ah, dang it, the music's fading out. I was gonna stay on the screen a little longer. Alright, time for the next one. Heads. Lady Luck really loves me. 2 more tosses to go. I'm either gonna have a 0% chance of getting shot or a 33% chance of getting shot. Alright. West Side outskirts. She takes off after him, running through the dusty outskirts of town. Familiar sights flash past. The narrow, weeping river, the rundown pale cabin, and the distant blur of the city further on. They reach the west side. Huh? What's going on? The man pushes through crowds and slips into an alleyway. Centurion follows, breathing hard. People stop working to watch. Out of the way! Idiota! You just knocked over my stand! The breaking of wood and the noise of movement draw attention from all around. More residents lean out of windows to see. Someone in the crowd recognizes Centurion. Wait a second, is that Centurion? Is she filming something for her show? Stop, you coin thief! Hold on. Look at her. Some onlookers seem to catch an idea of what's happening. Others just enjoy the spectacle, but the tension spreads, pulling everyone in like they're part of it. Let's go, Centurion! You've got this! Run! Don't let him escape! Serves you right for messing with my stuff! Take that! A rotten tomato falls near the man's foot, almost hitting him. After the first tomato, other things fly from the crowd. Dried corn, cans, a broken bowl. More trash follows. What the? Shit! The man ducks and dodges, messy but quick. He avoids most of it, only stumbling once on a banana peel. Classic. Their efforts are not entirely helpful. A chair with the missing leg flies past Centurion's head as she just barely manages to slide underneath it. Hey, ever heard of aiming? Not my fault. I'm no Pancho Villa. The noise grows louder. People start running behind Centurion. Others shout her name. She keeps running, waving at her fans watching from above. Thanks for the help, my dears. She never really struck me as someone who would say my dear so much. West Side Alley. The first evening light is brushed over the somber face of the mother just as Mila reaches the alley's entrance. She walks to the mural, kneels, and lets the sunset fall over her. She closes her eyes and prays softly. Dear mother, please listen. I hope Senorita Centurion catches that man soon. I want to make up for what I did. Please be kind. If you help me with this, I'll do anything. Before she finishes, noises rise up behind her. Confused, Mila stands and brushes off her skirt. She turns just as a man runs straight at her. What? Ow! A hard force hits her neck, pushing her toward the wall. They nearly crash into the mural. The world spins. Pressure tightens on her neck. Something cold and hard presses against her forehead. And through the ringing in her ears, a voice she knows cuts the air. Mila, no! Mila looks up and sees Centurion, out of breath, surrounded by a gawking crowd. Centurion and the townspeople have chased the man into this alley. No one knew that she was here. The miracle she asked for came all too soon. In a panic, the man locks his arm around Mila, pressing a gun to her head as he gasps for breath. Huh? What's happening? Ah! Mila tries to fight back, baring her teeth as she tries to reach his arm. In response, he hits her in the head with his gun. Oye, what kind of coward hits a child? Hearing this, the man lifts his head. His face is tired, pale, and half wild. The face is familiar. She locks eyes with the same strange fake guardian who had accompanied Mila before. What's cowardly is you people coming here and taking what's ours! This is your fault! The crowd erupts. Someone even makes a move to rush in and attack him, but Centurion raises a hand to stop them. The fake guardian does not thank her. He pulls Mila back step by step. His whole body shakes. His eyes shine with a frantic, unnatural light. Stop pretending, Centurion.
What if?
If you vermin hadn't come here and taken our jobs, we wouldn't be stuck in this dump. Wave of unemployment. After the golden age, the workers were pushed out, and the factories shut down. Life without work lost its color and warmth. Politicians say the country is about to face a new wave of unemployment. They call it part of an economic cycle, but economies are made up of real people, and real people cannot understand why big, empty, condescending words mean their children will go hungry. But that stupid show still puts people like you on a pedestal. Everyone acts like you're some kind of lucky charm, a light in their sad, pathetic lives. But it was your fault we were miserable in the first place. You took everything from us, and yet you get treated like a hero. No one talks about how many of us lost our livelihoods. No one sees our kids going hungry. Nobody cares. This world is rotten. The man shoves the gun into his pocket. He holds out a hand and counts on trembling fingers. Roberts, Marshall, Miller, Harrison, and so many others. I'm doing this all for them. I'm fixing things, bringing back what's fair. I'm doing what's right. His conviction is obvious, even though he's barely making sense to anyone but himself. Centurion can almost feel the gaze of the mother looking down on him with pity, though her eyes are still a blank space. The reality of the moment and the crowd-stunned silence take the fire out of his eyes, but the madness remains.
And?
He pulls a thin cord from around his neck. A gold coin dangles from it. Okay, I thought this was about to be really bad. She sees the glinting Roman officer's profile. It's the genuine coin. I know your secret, you wicked witch! All your fame and fortune, your good luck comes from this pretty coin, doesn't it? People like you don't deserve that kind of luck. The more praise you get, the more this country rots at the root. I'm just cleaning up the mess you made, putting fortune back where it belongs. The madman breathes out slowly. A shaky pride lights his eyes. Thought you'd be finished without this coin. Figured I could sell it. Shame. But it came to me. Luck's still on my side. Even this weird portrait of yours agrees. You're wrong. Centurion stops. Her throat feels tight. The luck was never in the coin. That's right. It's like you never even watched her show. Mila struggles to answer. The man sneers and smacks her over the head. This time, Mila only whimpers and goes quiet. Aw. Centurion's hands clench into fists. Oh, really? Huh. He tightens his grip on Mila, puts the coin away, and digs into his pocket with his free hand. He pulls out his revolver and points it squarely at Centurion. To be continued. Okay, I feel like this is gonna determine how many bullets get shot at me. Thankfully, so far, the answer has been 0. There is one in the chamber now, though. Part 16. The evening light continues to wash over the west side, warming every corner it touches. Even the cold barrel of the gun pointed at Centurion's head.
What
If Lady Luck really is on your side. The madman grins. With one hand, he flips open the cylinder and turns it toward her. Let's see how she holds up her end of the bargain. He licks his lips, lifts the gun, and lets the bullets fall free from the cylinder. Brass rounds tumble over the asphalt, all except for one. Using his thumb, he holds it in and pushes it back into place. I've got your lucky coin, and what have you got? A cheap replacement. Fitting, isn't it? Just like your whole ridiculous life, every bit of luck that you stole from us. He spins the cylinder again, then snaps it shut with a sharp flick of his wrist. So what do you say? Do you have the guts? The dry desert air is still. Centurion looks into his eyes. She senses the gaze of every person in the street is on them now. No one shouts, no one dares move. The entire town waits silently, for a moment of triumph or shame, a battle fought with a single bullet. Let's trust in fate. A chill runs through her, a feeling rises in her throat. To trust in herself, to trust in fate. Coin or no coin, I'll come out clean, so go ahead. Make my day. Oh boy. She spares a reassuring glance toward Mila. The girl's eyes are alight with fear and wonder. She is hoping Centurion will win, hoping her faith and her prayers will be enough. Then let's do this. He hesitates only a second before he places the revolver against his own head. Then without a blink, he pulls the trigger. The man laughs. The sound falls somewhere between relief and mania. He throws the gun to Centurion. It spins through the air toward her. She catches it in a single smooth motion. Your turn, witch! She lets the revolver rest in her hand, weighing what might be her final thoughts, then presses it to her own temple without hesitation. A sound as dry as the desert wind. Huh. The man's lips curl into a sneer. Not so fast. This isn't over yet. The sun sinks lower, its last golden rays cutting across the alley, splitting light from shadow. All the people in the street hold their breath, eyes fixed on the two as they pass the 8-shot revolver from hand to hand. Even the shadows themselves seem to be playing a silent witness to their game of life and death. Only one sound fills the alley on repeat. Clean, mechanical, pure. A soft wind stirs the awnings and window shutters. Cold sweat beats down the man's unblemished forehead. 2 chambers left. The Queen of Escapes? What a laugh! Just as I suspected, with this coin, luck is on my side now. The man laughs wildly as he tosses the gun to Centurion. Well, now we're down to the long odds. You or me. That's how it's gotta end. It's her turn. Centurion lifts the revolver to her head. She looks at the coin around his neck. Then she looks at Mila, and a thought occurs. He'll go back on his word. Even if my brains are still in my head in a second, he'll just shoot Mila or someone else. She needs a different ending to the story. A strange feeling washes over her. That coin had been her lucky charm, but did that luck come from it or somewhere else? Thoughts rush in, dizzying. For a moment she remembers winning before. Thousands of slot machines spitting out gold tokens, the glare of casino lights, the desert sun, and the old man's face shattering in sunlight. These images blend with the coin, with the halo over the mother's head. What is she gonna do, with or without the coin? I hope this is the last round. The firing pin strikes, a bullet flies. Primal instinct kicks in. Without even a fraction of a second to spare, just enough for the red-hot bullet to graze her scalp and slice through a few hairs. The lead shot continues onward, striking obliquely against the wall of the alley before it ricochets beneath the hands of the saint herself. Oh my goodness! The first gasps of surprise have barely had time to register what happened before the bullet rips through the man's body. Wow! Some insane luck. Oh! Luck's on our side again. High roller. Interrogation room police station. It's all over. The game ends. It's hard to say whose luck prevailed, but it's easy to tell who won. Mila is safe, the police have taken the man away, and Centurion takes back her lucky coin. The police don't take long to finish their questioning. There is no lack of witnesses, but as Centurion heads for the door, she's handed a letter that Amador had left at the station. An invitation to visit before she leaves town. The outskirts fade into desert badlands, interrupted only by that narrow, babbling creek. No steam rises over the mint in the distance. Centurion takes her time, letting her hands rest in her pockets, relaxed until she reaches the cabin door. Mila? Amador? Huh? This time, the door with this worn white pane is not closed shut. Uh-oh. It's swaying slightly with the breeze. She peeks inside cautiously. Seeing no one, she clears her throat. Oh, just a moment. Small, quick footsteps reveal the girl's approach. You actually came! I knew you would! Okay, good. Ah, so that's why you didn't answer right away. The living room is in complete disorder. Clothes, books, suitcases, and beat-up furniture fill the space. It looks nothing like her first visit. Before Mila and Centurion arrived, Amador had been rushing to pack things. Are they gonna go to California with their parents? Sorry about the mess. Let me clear some of this. Amador realizes he's making for a poor host. He moves a pile of clothes off the sofa so Centurion can sit. Mila pulls her down and makes a pot of mint tea. It's the same tea with the same sweet flavor. But now the steam doesn't linger in the room. It rises and fades away as if set free into the air. Centurion sips her tea, then looks around and asks a question. Are you? Uh-huh. It's exactly what it looks like. We're packing. We decided to move. Mila nods in agreement. After everything, it's probably for the best. Centurion raises an eyebrow. Do you know where you're headed? Not really. We just want to find our own path and see more of the world. I want to live somewhere with less struggle, where people won't look down on us, and where there are more possibilities. A place with more job opportunities and less fear. The boy's face is determined, his gaze steady, but Mila looks down. The story takes a different turn due to your choice. It might not sound like much to you, but Mila looks up, her expression serious. This time, I want to try. I want to believe we can make it. Because I've seen you do it. Centurion listens, and then gives a confident, warm smile. Sounds like the start of something new. An adventure. Don't worry too much. You two will be fine. I wouldn't expect anything less of my dearest fans. If you want, you can take some luck from this old coin. Wanna try? She takes out the familiar gold coin. Mila takes it gingerly and holds the coin to her chest. She closes her eyes. Squeezing her palm tight as if to wring some luck from it, then hands it back. I believe its luck will stick with me, just like it does with you. Centurion nods and finishes her tea. She opens her arms and hugs Mila, then nods to Amador. I'll let you get back to packing. It's been a while. I hope Jax hasn't forgotten about me. Senorita Centurion, can I ask you something? Mila looks down, twisting her hand shyly. Then she gathers her courage and asks a question.
Why?
Why do you never seem to age? Uncle Mario said you looked the same when he was a boy. Now he's grown up, but you're still the same. Oh. Centurion crouches and pats Mila's shoulder. Oh. Did she trade her coin for an immortality potion? I once met an old man. We traded. My gold coin for his greatest treasure. The ever-confident star winks. His gift was eternal youth, forever stuck at 19. Not a bad deal since the coin only listens to me anyway. So she just got immortality for free. It's the whole truth, but after hearing it, Mila slumps like a deflated balloon. I'm not a little kid anymore. You can't just make up stories like that. If you can watch Centurion risk her life on live television, I think she's fine with telling you the truth there. Centurion laughs, then stands up to ruffle Mila's hair before turning to leave. Centurion steps out of their house and walks alone far beyond the city's edge. She passes beyond the west side, through the ring of cacti, into the Sonoran Desert just as she did before. From day to night, something inside her pulls her here. She stops and looks out at the dark horizon and the stars above. What is luck? A coin? That halo around the mural? Or something unseen and intangible? Will she ever find out? No one can answer her. Maybe no one needs to. Centurion holds the coin she has carried since birth. She feels something vast inside her, as wide as the desert around her. She stands still in the middle of the sand, feeling the enormous world turn beneath her feet. If life is a gamble, she has always bet everything she has, never once hesitating. Somehow, she knows that flip of the coin will always be on her side. What else do you need? She tosses the gold coin toward the sky. If you've got luck, you don't need a damn thing. The end. Oh, pretty. That was a pretty good ending. Alright, let's go for the second ending. Good luck is brought by this coin. It's only natural to wonder if a mere coin could truly change the fortunes of a girl or a family. But in this moment, only one thing matters: to remove any trace of doubt in that little girl's eyes. I feel like we're gonna get a worse ending, because in that first one we gave Mila some motivation. Hearing her words, Centurion pulls back her hand. Then without hesitation, she holds out the coin to the girl. Of course you can. That's what it's there for, right? It says the choice you made will echo in what follows, no matter what I pick, so I'm gonna have to remember what I picked the first time. Your grandma's right. She's smart. I mean, who wouldn't want a miracle to land in their lap? Life is hard enough as it is. Sometimes all people need is something to hope for, to believe in. She studies the woman in the mural. There's a strength and sternness to her, yet kindness too. If anyone can intercede on their behalf, it might just be her. Good luck and bad luck are just sides of a coin. Please don't cry, Mila. Luck is just like a coin. It can change with a flip. Sometimes it lands one way, then the other. Trust me, I know. Besides, without both sides, life would be pretty boring, don't you think? Look at the gold coin. Her eyes linger on the coin hanging from his neck. It shines bright and glaring, a tangible symbol of all the luck she's ever had. But she knows that even without that coin, a moment is coming. Everything comes down to this, a gamble she can't resist. Let's play a game then. I'm feeling lucky. What you choose will echo in what follows. Now, number 8. Let's see how things changed. Oop, I think I went too far. I figured it would stop at this part. Still, it's scary. There are good people out there, but also bad ones. What if we're not strong enough? Mila seems to recall something. Her face brightens. But we're going to go see Mother one last time before we leave. She's listened before. It felt like a miracle. Maybe she'll watch over us on this journey too. I really want her blessing. Centurion listens and then gives a confident, warm smile. Sounds like the start of something new. An adventure. And then it's all the same from there. That wasn't too much worse. I do like the first ending better. But she still comes out hopeful, and that's what matters. So, still a good ending. I wish I could hide this UI so I could see the full art here. I'm a little disappointed, but also relieved that this coin flip thing was pretty much fixed. Because having something like this be dependent on RNG would kind of suck. I do like that they had it land on its side for the last one. Because she lost the game but came out victorious in the situation. So it's a win and a loss. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that anecdote as much as I did. As I said before, Centurion's never been involved in the main story or events. So she's one of the characters that really needed one of these. And I think it was a pretty good one. So that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos. And remember to leave a like while you're at it. Hope you have a great day. Cue the outro.